Hello and welcome. My name is Alan. I thought I'd show you youngsters something that we had to do as kids in the early days of video gaming. Today, you could just pull whatever up on the internet when you need help with gaming. We didn't have that back in the day. I'm talking way back in the day. 85, 86 on up through 92, 93. Yeah. So your Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and into the N64 era. Yeah, you had to either play through or, that was it. Usually, of course, the game Genie was one way to get around that. You could have the game, I would rent it, and you could put it on your video games and enter the code, whichever ones you knew to, like, get you this or that. So many lives, all these weapons, blah, blah, blah. But the only other way was print. You had Nintendo Power, and I think you started getting some of the other magazines, Game Pro and all that. But what I'm wanting to talk about is these little rascals. This was How to Win at Nintendo Games 2, the second one. So yeah, you had to do reading to know how to play your games. But they would print books showing you things you could do to help win. Like in this one, games they've got Adventure Island, Athena, Bionic Commando, Blaster Master, Bomberman, City Connection, Double Dragon, Gauntlet, Ghostbusters, Gunsmoke, Gyruss, Ice Hockey, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Iron Tank, The Invasion of Normandy, Legendary Wings, Mag Max, Millen's Secret Castle, Muscle, Muscle, because it's got them all separate, say, showing what it is, but yeah. 1943, Battle of the Midway. That was a good game. I used to have that. I really miss playing that. Not big on shooters, but it was a fun one. Anyway, Operation Wolf, Paperboy, Rampage, RC Pro-Am, Ring King, Rygar, Section Z. If I can get the pages to separate. Whoa. Saycross, Superman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Town and Country, Wood and Water Rage, Zanuck, and Nintendo game updates. But yeah, it was some craziness. They tell you the type, the objective of the game, the type of game it was, the objective, layout, hero, enemies, menu, scoring, beginner strategy, advanced strategy, par, training tips, rating, and yeah, they do that for each game. So it's just a little bit here and there on what you could do, little tips and tricks, but even this don't have them all, because there's games we're still finding new things pop out here and there from games all the way back in the original Nintendo and Super Nintendo era. A lot of that era was you just had to learn as you go. You couldn't uh, delve into the software and all this and all that, because it was not a disc, it was an actual cartridge, so you're not going to know the software. Yeah, there's no way you would be able to really apply it to your computer to get into its files. But the only real way is through trial, Game Genie, and like I said, these things. And this was, I don't know if they made it to the N64 era with this. I'm not even sure if they made it to the Super Nintendo era with these. But I remember there was like 3 or 4 volumes of these, though. They did fairly well during the Nintendo era. But yeah. His video screen victory eluding you. Other books. Yeah, and they've got advertisement. How to win at Nintendo Games updated edition. Oh goodness! Ordering it through the mail. $3.95 US. A book like this today would be, or when you're ordering it brand new, 20 bucks, something like that. Jeez almighty. But yeah, looking at the updates here, seeing what they've got new. So yeah. Huh. So, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. It's got some updates on. Super Mario Brothers 2. Metroid. Spy Hunter. Mickey Mouse Capade. Ikari Warriors. Metal Gear. Simon's Quest. Castlevania 2. It's got some updates on that apparently were games they showed in the first book. But yeah. Wow. But it's pretty cool. Like I said, back in the day, that's one of the few things you could really look forward to. Now, how to win at Nintendo Games 2. Like I said, Game Genie or just trial and error. There was no, how do you do this? But yeah. Just something interesting I thought I would talk about. Giving you a peek back at what it was like playing video games in the 80s. Anyway, in this episode here, as always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.